What's up, everybody? It's your Broodwar brother Saiyan SC back with some more Starcraft action. We've got a very special replay here for you today. By popular demand, we're going to start doing replays on the channel. Planning to release at least one of these a week, especially on weeks when we don't have KCM. Just taking a little break from the War of Species here to check out this game. It is Saxery versus Dewalt. Dewalt down here in the bottom right-hand corner. These replays were brought to my attention by certain Reddit users. Was having a really hard time finding some fresh replays, so thanks to those guys who linked me to this replay pack. This is a pretty recent replay pack, 2020 and 2021. I think this was late 2021 that this game was played. And it's just a huge pack of Dewalt replays, him versus a bunch of Korean pros, so that's always fun to see. I think that Saxery and Dewalt seem to be pretty well matched. I've looked at a bunch of these replays. I just kind of quickly vetted them, gone through at ×8, and made sure that they were worth watching before I go ahead and make this cast. But I haven't ruined myself. I haven't spoiled myself for the ending. I just know that it's a pretty decent game, and a lot of these are decent games between Saxery and Dewalt. They do seem to be pretty decently matched overall. Dewalt, very strong player, only plays at about 250 APM most of the time though, 300 right now, but Saxery, you can see 400 APM. He is an absolute top level Zerg player, so it's awesome to see a player like Dewalt able to stand on the same ground, stand on some even footing here with a player such as Saxery. We've got a gateway expand on this side of the map. The Zealot has kind of slipped by here, and some Lings are going to start to put on pressure here. Are there any more Lings popping out for Saxery, though? He's spotted out this Zealot. Zealot plus Probe is pretty dangerous. This is getting awfully low as well. Looks like we're having quite a bit of action to start this one off. What do we have for kills here? Any kills thus far? Nope. 0 kills. This Zealot here in the front, almost getting surrounded, but he gets a good trade there. Oh, the surround on the Zealot behind the mineral patch. That will end up finishing that off, and a couple of Lings actually sneak by here. You can see 3 have been killed off. Only 2 remaining inside the base, and we don't have Ling speed. Okay, just starts now. How many more Lings are being produced here for Saxery? Does he want to try and bust this wall or something, try to run by? Looks like more and more are being produced, so maybe he does want to run by, but this probe getting all of the information necessary. I think he just throws down a second cannon here and he should be okay. Couple of Lings coming up here. They're going to try and do some damage to this cannon. 2 Lings on a cannon can kill it surprisingly quickly. Nice block here with the probe. Really nice block, but Lings still do manage to get into the base, and there's no second cannon on the way. If these Zealots leave here, this cannon could be dived upon. Looks like he's going to send 2 Zealots back into the main base and leave 2 at the natural to hold things off. Good decision making thus far from Dewalt, and now he's got the full wall. He should be fine here. Speed is about to finish, but we don't see anything but drones in production for Saxery, so not going to try and bust this wall. He does have a lot of Lings. He can actually try and get this gateway. Uh-oh. Gateway is getting awfully low. Only, oh, he takes it down. He's going to lose the cannon as well. The cannon goes down. The second cannon goes down. Bunch of probes being pulled here. We do have 5 Zealots, so maybe enough Zealots here to deal with this, but he lost that gateway and 2 cannons. That is a big blow here for our Protoss hero. Can he hold on? Bring even more probes down here. He needs to not let these Lings dive upon the cannon. He's doing a good job of clumping things up here. He's losing a lot of mining time though, and throughout this, Saxery has just been building pure drones, just droning up like crazy. He does not have a lair just yet, and luckily for Dewalt, he built this cybernetics core. I'd like to see him cancel his photon cannon now that he's held on. Looks like he's going to let it finish, but the Stargate here does get thrown down. If he had killed this gateway before the cybernetics core went down, that would have been crazy painful for Dewalt. It would have been so hard to come back after that. Just because the cyber core and the Stargate would have been so delayed here. But now he's going to be able to get it out. Looks like we have that Hydralisk Den on the way. Still no layer here for Saxery. Going to be holding off on that for a little bit longer. But whenever a Zerg player does this type of play, skipping layer and going directly into the Hydralisk Den, it does leave some vulnerabilities here for the Zerg player. Of course, drop play is going to be insanely strong. You're not going to have the early Overlord speed, so drops with DTs is the best. It's really the best thing to go up against this type of build. We'll see if that's what Dewalt decides to go with. He's already got the Citadel. Let's see if he throws down a Templar Archives right away. He doesn't. Oh, he does have 2 gas going. Just adding on some more pylons here. There's this Templar Archives. Maybe he goes for a drop. We need to see a Robo Facility thrown down right away, though, if he wants to go for that. And he doesn't have the gas for it right now. Looks like just still adding on more pylons. He's going to get that first Corsair out and start to check things on the map. He sees the Hydras coming, so he's got to add on a couple more cannons here. Looks like he will do that. Shore up the defenses here at the front. Zealot speed, is it on the way? No, it's not. Doesn't have Zealot speed on the way just yet. Focusing instead on getting these Templar out here. A little bit of battling going on in the front. These Zealots taking a lot of damage, but buying a decent amount of time here for these photon cannons to warp in. They're not quite ready though yet, and he's losing his gateway. Here comes the first DT. That DT, he really wants it to finish. He's coming out with the Zealots and try to push these Hydralisks away just for a second so that he can finish this DT. No, he's not going to get it out. That's really unfortunate here. He's going to have to start a DT back inside the main base. We've just got storms started here, so I think he's going to be okay with just 5 cannons. A couple of Corsairs roaming around. Neither of them have any kills right now. There's the lair finally finishing up. Big clump of Overlords here. 6 Overlords in one big clump. Gonna avoid these Corsairs nicely. But you can see, with the Overlords all clumped up like that, there's just nothing here in the main base to detect. So if there was a DT drop, that would be insanely powerful. We don't have a robotics facility, so we're not going to see any DT drops this game, it looks like. We do have the first High Templar out, and now I think Dewalt can breathe a sigh of relief. He knows that he's not going to be broken here. Now, with that storm finishing up and 5 cannons, there's just no way to get through this tight little narrow choke. So he's going to be fine. His main problem right now is this 4th base here. Saxery already getting that 4th out. Getting that income really rolling now with the 3rd gas. He should be able to go into Lurker as well. There it is, Lurker upgrade on the way. That Hydralisk Den pumping those upgrades out, and Spire as well. I heard a death there. Dark Templar sneaks in, gets 1 single drone. Not the biggest deal. You can see still no Overlord speed there. It's about to finish up here at the 10-minute mark. So pretty late Overlord speed, and it's not been well taken advantage of here by Dewalt. He's only now getting out looking for some kills. There's a nice kill. 2 more drones. Nicely done. He will escape as well. Beautiful play there from Dewalt. Just picking up anything that he can here. With this single DT out on the map, doing that tiny bit of damage. It doesn't seem like much, but it's super frustrating for the Zerg player, and it is limiting that economy a bit. It's going to force him to build a few more drones before he starts to get into his Hydralis and Lurker production. 4 bases now being saturated, though. This is looking scary. Saxery, he's just going to start to throw down some sunken colonies as well. Just shore up these defenses. As long as he holds 4 bases against 2 base Protoss, there's really very few ways to lose in that situation. I think it's going to be incumbent on Dewalt's side just to move and do something, either attack and destroy one of these bases or get a 3rd base of his own. He's got to do it real quick. He's heading out towards the north and moving around these lurkers that were brought here to the front. Not getting contained right now. Looks like Lurker's going to take a little bit of damage as they run by. One Dragoon getting lost for free there, but does throw down a nice storm on those Hydras, forcing the retreat. This area is looking pretty well defended. We've also got another hatchery coming up here. How many hatcheries are we on now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hatches. Holy crap. 8 hatch, 60 drones. Oh my god. Saxery. This economy is just insane right now. He's going to throw down Queen's Nest finally. And going into Hive now. 4 base. The perfect amount of economy here to go into Hive. He's going to even throw down some more. Ooh, 2 more colonies. Yeah, he's really getting prepared here. He knows that Dewalt is in a tough situation if he can't break one of these bases. So I really like this. Adding on more sunken colonies means that it's just going to be that much harder to break through here. Still with 56 drones. Plenty of economy. Just might as well dump these into some sunken colonies. This is so hard to break, this location. Sunken colonies and a few lurkers out in the front. Maybe a couple lurkers behind here as well. Oh man, it's just so deadly. This Gateway army, unlikely to get through one of those locations. Now, we do have the Nexus coming up here. The 3rd base is pretty darn far behind here. We're at 13 minutes. I think Dewalt probably doing the prudent thing, just waiting for his upgrades to finish. I think he might be on 2 forges. No, he's only on 1 forge. But he's been getting those upgrades there. Got +1 here for ranged on the side of Saxery, but this is just untenable. You can't get through this. There's no way. Looks like a Zergling counterattack, looking for that 4th base. Maybe he can get over here and get a deny on that. That would be huge. That might actually be a game ender if he was able to stop this from going down. The 4th base is super important for Dewalt right now. He absolutely has to get a 4th base, and he has to defend and prevent Saxery from getting his own 5th. Look at this army. Oh my god, look at that. That is so much. Saxery at 187 supply. This is crazy amounts of Zergling Hydra. That is, it's not even really usable at this point. He's getting a Crackling upgrade as well. He's getting the armor upgrades going. This is a wild amount of Zerg units coming through the middle of the map, and Dewalt is struggling here to handle this. Pretty decent storms though. How many storms does he have left now? Still got quite a few storms left over. Oh, that was a deadly storm. Damn. Not even losing a single unit there. Just a little bit of base health on that Dragoon. What did he lose? 54 HP? Pretty decent. Looks like he's on this high ground here. That's what I was talking about. Defending that 5th base. Preventing that 5th base from going down. Super important right now. Looks like slow push up this ramp. Eventually might be able to get up here. It's like spending one of these storms. He has one more. Can he use it? Nicely done. Gets that storm off and gonna come in from the rear to try and clear this up. But nice egg on the ramp. Does end up getting finished off though. Oh, the observer. Observer does go down, so without an observer, you can't actually clear this. There's 2 more coming up now, and another base being thrown down on the other side of the map. This is dirty from Saxry. I love it, though. Grabbing a base directly on the other side of the map, it's so tough for Protoss to swing back and forth all the way across the map in order to pick off these bases when you've got all these Lings and Hydras that can just come running through. And did I hear a load up? Oh man, this is going to be a huge drop here into the main base, I think, of Dewalt. That's going to be painful to deal with. All right, let's get rid of the UI here. Let's take all of this in as the drop comes forward. It looks like 2 DTs managed to find this base. This is a great play from Dewalt. Swinging the army around is tough, but bringing a couple of DTs to this corner, not too bad, not too shabby. He's going to be able to pick this off, it looks like. He does get that. Nicely done. Here comes that drop. Where is the army of Dewalt? Way out here on the map. He's going to start to send things back, but oh man, big storm on top of all of these overlords as everything's popping out. That was a disgusting storm. Look at all the kills there. All the blood and gore from all of these Lings that just got crushed. Tons more popping out here on the left-hand side of the base. Those are going to get some kills, I think, on a few of these buildings at least. He is focusing down the Templar. Nicely done. Getting rid of some of those Templars big. That was a terrible storm. What happened there? Dewalt does get a good one, though, on this big clump of Lings. Will finish that off. Meanwhile, he's still denying this base over here in the center right, and Saxry struggling to get a 5th up. He's been on 4 bases for quite a long time. Still has some minerals in the main and natural, but all the bases are close to mining out here. These resources here are kind of like a low yield, low amount of resources at this base. These bases are a little bit healthier. You can see here, if you click this mineral, it's only 1,000 minerals, whereas these are 1,500. So those ones mine out a little bit faster. That means that Dewalt's 4 bases are just a bit stronger in terms of that mineral count. Looks like he's going to try and get one of these higher mineral count bases, but just not able to get it up yet. 3,000 minerals in the bank. What's going on here? 175 of 200. It's almost time to throw down. Actually, he doesn't really have the gas count for it. I was going to say an Ultralisk Cavern, but just pump the Lings, man. Just huge numbers of Lings should be running around the map every which way. It looks like this base is really well defended here. I like the Templar plus all the cannons. Just makes it so hard to get through. I've already got the upgrade as well. So he's got 2 storms so far. He's going to have a 3rd storm pretty soon as well on that Templar. So should be able to hold that off. Another drop here in the main. This seems like a bad idea here for Saxry. He really needs another base, is what he should be focusing on there up in the top left. He's going to get bases on opposite sides of the map. Try to get one of them to stick. We also have a Dark Archon here. That's hilarious. With the Maelstrom as well. If a huge drop comes in here, that would be just amazing. Looks like we got some drops. A Defiler here. Maybe you can get a feedback on this Defiler. That would be strong. No, the Defiler does get his abilities off there and will consume and get another Dark Swarm here in the main. Now this is getting pretty dangerous. I mean, with Dark Swarms in here as well, that's scary. Oh, he brings the Dark Archon back. Just barely drops it out of that dropship before the Scourge picked that off. That was a little back and forth there. Down in the middle of the map. Oh my god, some Storm Boys just walking through the middle of the map get picked off. That's frustrating. This army is looking very, very small, though we do have 184 supply. Where is all that supply? I guess he's bringing some Zealots from... Oh, here's a bunch of Zealots as well. Hope he doesn't forget about those. Looks like another... Oh, that's what I was talking about. The Maelstrom there being used to pick off some of these Overlords that had a ton of units in them. This is still full of units, so I hope he throws down a Storm or something. Not able to get one off. Zealots are coming back towards the main base. We've got 2 Lurkers here. 3 Lurkers here. And the main base is kind of getting destroyed right now. There's a good Storm to drag these Zerglings and Hydras into the cannon fire. They come up now with the Zealots to clear the rest of the units, and he should be able to maintain this base here. Now coming up to the top left-hand corner, we've also got another base going down. That main base over in the center left might be taken here by Dewalt pretty soon. That was a good storm, but it actually didn't deal much damage onto these lurkers that just popped out of their eggs. He's trying to make it up this ramp here, but he's in danger of being completely surrounded. Look at these reinforcers coming through the middle of the map. They're going to get killed. And all of these units here, we've got, what, 6 Templar up in the top left-hand corner, and they're going to be completely surrounded and killed most likely. Uh-oh, that's not good. This army of Dewalt is cut off from any reinforcements. Where are the units here for Dewalt? This is so much Zerg on the map, and he's going to try and break up this ramp once again. If he gets up this ramp, that could be good. Oh my god, look at how many units are coming up here. This is insane. Look at... That's so many. That's so many lurkers. He's got a big group, 12 lurkers here. Yeah, I think he's going to hold that base now. You know, not much question about that. He's going to hold on to that base. Where are all the cannons here? Start throwing down cannons. You got to hold on to that one, Dewalt. Do not lose that base. What have we got here for him? I mean, another round of Zealots comes out, but he hasn't really been able to... Oh, okay. I missed something over here. Not sure what that was, but it was held off eventually by Saxory. Probably a group of Zealots heading up into that area to try to deny that base, but it doesn't end up working. And now I think this might be nearing the end here. Dewalt going to lose this base, and he's been on 4 bases for a little bit too long. That 5th base is now mining for Saxory, and this attack is not going that well. Oh my god, just running on top of all of these lurkers, but no observers. Oh my god, it's painful. Oh, Jesus. So many of them going down here just to these 2 lurkers. And not a good trade at all for Dewalt. This tiny little army is not making any headway here. It's getting surrounded. Saxory coming in from the rear here with the Defiler. GG is called. Saxory takes the victory. Dewalt taps out. Whew. Pretty cool game there. Not too bad. I really liked the play from Saxory going for the quick Hydralisk Den with all that wildness in the beginning. He wasn't really able to get the lair right away, and he just goes in the Hydralisk Den, threatens to break down the front, and then grabs 4 bases, gets this nice little wall here, makes it difficult for Dewalt to break him in any location, and then just goes into the late game. And big slugfest between these two, but the drops, the just the overall macro of Saxory with that 420 APM. Look at that. 420 boys blaze it. Now he's managed to take him down, but these guys are very evenly matched, guys. Look forward to more casts between these two. There's quite a few good games that I've found between them, and PvZ, always a blast to watch, so I'm sure I'm going to be watching some more of those, bringing those to you guys. So make sure to like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in the next one.